My name is René Clement. I'm a fine art photographer. I made a picture like 20 years ago of a friend of mine, and little pictures, and glued them together because I was working in slides. Now, because with digital, it's much easier. And I started in my neighborhood photographing street scenes. I found out by shooting I could capture time in my pictures, because between the first shot and the last shot would be maybe an hour in the beginning. And when I was done with all the cityscapes, I thought if I can work show time of a city, I can show time almost everything. So I concentrated on trees. That was my next project, which was called Seasoned. So I started photographing a tree and would go back in all the seasons. So every picture was taken over a year. I wanted to show the tree not as something which is like dead, but some member of our society. I saw the tree branches as blood vessels and as lungs for our city. And so when I came to Egypt and started making pictures here, of course the first thing I looked at was the pyramids. With my experience with the trees, I looked at them differently. I saw them not as blocks of stone, but as a creation which over time were changing. And then I was thinking, how can you make a picture? The pyramids are photographed so many times, how can you show something different? And then I had this idea, because the pyramids have 4 equal sides, and it's like a mathematically exercise almost. Like if I put them on top of each other, they will form a solid triangle, but everything else around will be different. You can't use limitations as a pretext to not shoot. Within every confinement, there is a certain space. With the right look, you can discover weird things, new things. One day I looked out and I saw these lights, and these lights looked like they were like from a robot or something. There was something animated about it. So I shot that picture, put it in my computer and look at it by making another layer in reverse on top of it. And I was amazed, because when I looked at the picture, it looked like some kind of rodent, and that made me start Maadi Nights. During photographing of the city, I tried a lot of things, and then you find new things. So I didn't know that if you photograph a tree and you put another layer on top and you move it, something else will happen, because it's much more organic than buildings. It was a natural step to start shooting this more controlled environment, which was my balcony, and we have a lot of plants here. So I thought, okay, maybe I should try it with in this context, and that's where Transformer came from. I was happy I found a little something which kept me sane. Although the pictures show that my brain was a little cuckoo at the time. The title, I Feel the Earth Move, came actually from the sensation I had when I looked at my own pictures. I could feel there was a certain energy even in the objects, like stones and buildings, and it's like when you drink a cup of coffee and maybe one too much, where your body feels like it's confined and wants to explode in your own skin.